So this is the new White Hot putter, more specifically one of the new White Hot OG range, and yes, that is the original gangster, which is, I think, a little bit cringe. So this new line from Odyssey, there's 6 new models. I have the number 7. And long-time viewers of the channel will know I had one of the original versions of this putter in my bag. And that might not count a lot because I've had 25 other putters in the bag since that point. But the question in today's video is, have Odyssey brought back a legend which will become a phenomenal, brilliant success, or have they finally just run out of ideas? Now, I'm going to be using the number 7 for this review. However, as mentioned, there are 6 other models, including the classic 2-ball. Now, the reason I want to use this one is because I've got experience of using this model before, and I would say this is second in fame as far as putter designs go. This is a model which has been copied countless times, as has the 2-ball. So the big talking point about these putters is the face. So this is the White Hot insert, which was first introduced 20 years ago. And I'm pretty sure in saying it was a happy accident. So when Callaway were making the Rule 35 balls, which was a soft ball, well, one of the versions was a soft ball, the blue version. Pretty sure the red version was a rock. Well, either way. But the engineers basically said, we've got spare material, how about we whack it in a putter face and see what happens? And the rest, as they say, is history. And there's no doubt that the White Hot insert really helped establish Odyssey as the #1 putter brand in golf. Obviously, time has moved on since that point, but again, what an amazing success story. And to put this in perspective, more than half the inserts that Odyssey have in play on tour, so in other words, half of their players on tour, the inserts that they use, more than half are still a White Hot. So after 20 years, more than half of the Odyssey staff on tour still prefer this technology. So that question again remains, have Odyssey actually moved their products on much in 20 years? And are they just bringing out these putters just to try and milk a little bit more money? Or are you better off just scouring the internet and finding one for, well, let's talk about the price. So if you were to get one of these new putters without the Stroke Lab shaft, you're going to be looking at $219. If you wanted the Stroke Lab shaft, it's going to be $269. And bear in mind, you can get some of the original White Hot putters for almost quarter of that price. And that's what this review is all about. You know, let's have a look and let's see what the differences are. So this Stroke Lab shaft, it's a slightly different shade than some of the ones that we've been used to recently. It's got a weird name. It's like candy red or garish red. I don't know. It's something red anyway. And I can't say I'm loving it to begin with, but maybe it's a grower. Anyway, ignore the color of that. How much that Stroke Lab makes a difference, I'm not sure. There are some stats that Odyssey have on it, but they're still selling it in a standard steel as well. Now the club head's interesting because this has changed quite a lot. So it's still a cast club head, but they've actually milled it into shape. They've also got a different weighting system on the bottom. And overall, this putter compared to the one that I had feels about twice, maybe 3 times as heavy. It does feel hefty. If someone broke into your house and you had something to fend them off with, this is probably the first thing you'd pick up. Well, you know, unless you had a chainsaw by the bed, but then you've probably got bigger questions to ask of yourself. But the whole point of this insert is the fact that it is super, super soft. And the question is, has that changed? Oh, that'd be a good start, wouldn't it? It's too soft. Couldn't get to the hole. The shape on this putter is pretty much exactly the same as I remember. That milling on top of the club, it does stand out quite a lot. I do like the effect on that. And it just, that feels good. Like, even though this cynic in me is saying, oh, it's just the same putter, that feels amazing. This is the type of putt that the White Hot, I think, is really going to excel in. So with downhill here, actually down grain as well, it's a pretty fast putt. And with my putter at the moment, the Lab, it comes off quite firm. It feels quite pingy. I do, if you have a look at my Lab, looks like it should come off with an alien death ray. However, this one down the slope, White Hot, just feel like I have that extra little bit of touch with it. Yeah, just like, feel a lot more. I mean, look at that. I know that looks like a poor putt, and well, it was. It didn't go anywhere near going in, but I felt that I hit that quite hard. Let's finish short. Let's go again. Let's go really downhill here, Jacob. Okay, I've bushnelled this one with slope in, and it's 6 foot downhill. Might be a slight exaggeration, but it's a good foot downhill. So softly, softly, just give it a tickle. So let the testing commence, and the first one that we're going to be doing is a 5-foot ring around the hole. And with the putter tests, I can't try the putt before I hit. We're going to do 5 foot, then we're going to do a 10-foot ring, then we're going to do some distance putting, and then we are going to have our final summation of this putter is worth the cash. Okay, here we go, Jacob. Let's cue the dramatic music, and that is nowhere near enough outside the hole. Oh my word. I have chosen a absolute corker here to begin with. Left to right, slippery. Oh! Hate pushing it. 0. Well, fortunately the second putt is easier. It's now left to right and downhill. This is not the putt you want in front of the clubhouse. Maybe it is. Right. Downhill and right to left. Oh, Pete, you absolute. Man, nearly that one. Right, last, we'll finish on a straight one up the hill. Nice, straight and firm here. 3 out of 5 from the 5-footers. Okay, 10 feet. You're doing very well to get better than 3 out of 5 from this distance, but slightly flatter putt, I think. It's pretty straight, really. Maybe just inside right. Should have Kevin Nard that. That was never anywhere but in the middle. Slightly down the slope, so this one should go a bit right to left. Oof, wow, huge swing. Up the hill, straight. Walking those 10 foot straight, whatever you speak in words. Usually don't have this on the green to contend with. Jacob in this rather uncompromising position here. Oh, get there. Oh, Pete, you absolute wally. Well, to tie at 3, that'd be decent. All right, 30 footers down the slope. Sit. Wow, God, it's fast down there. Got a pace. The wind's pushing it back up the hill. Oh, devastating. Missed everything. Oh. So now for the scores. With all my reviews this year, I'm giving each of these categories a mark out of 5, then rounding them up at the end to give us a total score. Doing this for drivers, for irons, for wedges, and of course, for putters. So first up, I'm going to go Lux 4. Now, a bit of bias here. I've obviously had this putter before, and I really, really like it. However, it does look class. Sound, I'm also going to go 4 as well. It is just very, very soft. Feel, how could I go anything but 5 out of 5? I mean, this is obviously why they've brought the white hot back into main circulation. It does just feel so soft. Features, I'm going to give this 3 out of 5. I mean, from the top, it does just look very similar to the putter that I had all those years ago. I think the 3 dots on the top of the club, they're not the best alignment. I mean, the lines on the fins at the back, they help, but it wasn't the easiest thing to align. X factor and level of intrigue, I'm going to go 2 out of 5. I mean, there are lots of different features on this putter when compared to when it first came out. However, it is being presented as the old white hot reimagined, so there's not a lot of new marketing going on around what is in these putters. It's very much just here's what we had, here's what's being reintroduced. The 5-foot test, we had obviously 3 out of 5. The 10-foot test, we had 2 out of 5. Long distance putting, I'm going to give this 3 out of 5. So we went around the green, hit lots of different distances, and to be honest, I was just struggling to get it to the hole a lot of the times. Bear in mind, this is not the same insert that I've been used to using. I've been used to using a forged aluminium head, which springs off a bit more. This was a very soft, dead feeling. Forgiveness, actually going to give this 4 out of 5. So hit lots of shots from the toe and the heel, and actually the resistance to twisting, the moment of inertia, felt very high. Obviously it's a difficult thing to measure, but out of those 2 areas, maybe because of the extra perimeter weighting, really good. Value for money, I'm going to go 3 out of 5, just skipping over 2. At the end of the day, this is an expensive putter. Yes, it has the upgraded shaft. Yes, it's a different construction to the head, but at the end of the day, is this putter going to be so much better than if you had one of the original white hots? I'm not sure. So overall, 33 out of 50, a very, very respectable, solid score. And if you do have the cash to buy one of these putters and you like a soft feeling putter, then oh my, this is like butter on the end of a red and silver stick, or margarine if you're health conscious, or like a vegan spread. Right guys, get down into those comments below. Let me know what you think about this putter, and let me know what putter you're rocking in your bag as well. Wallop that like button as hard as you hit a 60-foot putt with a white hot insert, so you're gonna have to hit it very hard, and we'll see you down here next time.